How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Sackboy A Big Adventure. And in today's episode, let's go level. Let's go. Quickly. Fucking quicker. I got a drink here that I forgot to open last episode, even though my throat was very sore. It's a Fanta, zero sugar chocolata. Chocolata? How do you fucking say that? I don't know what kind of a flavor it's gonna be, but it sounds interesting. Had it sitting in my fridge for like a week. I thought it might be similar to pina colada, but it's called chocolata, but I don't know, it tastes like lemon. I think. Maybe like lemonade? Well, whatever it is, it's fine, I guess. It's a grapple hook level, fuck yeah. Oh, come on. Wait a minute. Oh, you fucking asshole. Can't do that shit. It's practically illegal. And theoretically too. Might have fucked up and not gotten as many points as I could have with a multiplier, but who cares? Games are meant to be fun, everybody. Stop stressing over shit. I was talking about Borderlands and like that there's probably What the fuck just happened? He fucking poked me with his pointy dick and fucking killed me? I'm fucking Kratos. I don't die from pussy shit like that. Get the fuck out of here. You know what, I was talking about how I believe Kratos is probably not the strongest video game character ever, but whenever there's a fucking poll for the strongest video game character, I always just vote for Kratos even though I know the other characters might put up a decent fight. The fucking Kratos always kinda comes out on top, you know? Like no matter what he fucking does. But then I thought, well, what about Kratos but with a gun? Like in Fortnite, I guess, because he's in Fortnite now, I guess. I don't play Fortnite, or even keep up with what the fuck is being added to the game. I played a little bit. The fuck is that? I played it a bit in 2017. I played Fortnite when it was fucking new, and like just became a big thing. People were like, oh wow, Fortnite's like the best battle royale, and Fortnite had like a beef going on with PUBG at a time. Can you imagine? Like nowadays, PUBG's pretty much non-existent compared to Fortnite. I'm doing something wrong. I thought I had to be doing something wrong because I just kind of kept getting my ass handed to me. Try to hit me now, fucker. Gotta speed. Oh, he fucking did hit me. One for good measure. I fucking hit him in a cutscene. Oh, I love that every time he was balancing on a golf ball. Did you notice that? That's cute. I like that. That's what I like Little Big Planet for. The crafty aesthetic of it, that everything's made out of wool and stuff like that, and like out of real life items. For example, the villain in Little Big Planet 2 was straight up just a vacuum. Because the story kind of depicted Like, the story was how, you know, kids will like build stuff and then like a vacuum might show up and destroy it. So the villain of the game was straight up just a vacuum. Then the villain in the third one was fucking I don't know who. The villain in the first one was a guy that was a collector. And you know, there's a cool theme here because Little Big Planet is all about, or at least when the first one came out, it was all about content created by users, you know? Sharing your own creations with the world. And the villain of that game was a guy who collected everything and didn't want people to fucking, you know, share. He just wanted to keep everything to himself. That's a very cool theme.
You won't be able to reach Vex until you've completed the path through the ocean.
I forgot I don't have a grapple hook in the overworld. I wanted to grapple something. Grapple? Grab. Yeah, and fucking, I don't know, Borderlands 4, do I have high hopes for it? Gameplay-wise, I do believe it's gonna be fucking great. If they can pull off a story that's at least better than 3, and you know what I thought would be fucking dope? That's kind of my idea for Borderlands 5, I guess, because I don't think they could pull this off. And this one's even worse, by the way. You don't really need to jump above these gaps, which is kind of a nice little fucking trick. Oh, fuck you. Damn it. Fucking bastard. It'd be cool if, for example, the Crimson Raiders' morale would be called into question, like, actually call into question whether we are the good guys in this series or not. And I think it would be cool if, like, one of the playable characters in Borderlands 4 would not kind of be into... Like, you would be sent on a mission to, like, I don't know, go and kill the bad guy. But the main character, like, one of the main characters would have been like, well, the main bad guy kind of makes a good point, you know? Like, kind of like how Jack made a good point, that, you know, Pandora is a lawless planet, and he would bring order to it. Of course, he would also bring fucking fascism to it. But from some people's perspective, that probably would have been better than having a lawless planet where people are fucking killing each other for fun. Sure, there's more freedom. Yeah, but there's like no laws or order, you know? Can't have everything, that's why we don't actually have... But you could still, I don't know, reform society, but I don't fucking think Handsome Jack would have been interesting in reforming society. So I think a villain similar to Jack would appear. One of the main characters would have been like, well, he's making a good point, you know? But he would still go along with everything and kill him eventually. And then he'd become the villain of Borderlands 5, and you'd have a villain that doesn't like go after some vault or anything like that to gain power. No, they go after the vault just to destroy the Crimson Raiders because they believe they're fucking evil. And they kind of are. Alright? And because it would be the main character, they could kind of bring in a conflict like, oh, what if like the main character of this game convinces some other main characters to join his cause? And then you'd kind of have like a Borderlands Civil War type of thing. And I even had a brilliant idea for a quest.
Here they come. Get ready. Get ready.
You know how in Borderlands 2 there's a quest where Handsome Jack pays you to kill yourself. There's gotta be a faster method, but I don't fucking know. Again, these little challenges are designed for multiple people to partake in. So me doing them by myself. Damn, I'm going at it. Lawnmower. Fashion.
Oh, the clock stopped.
I don't think I got any of the big ones. Yeah, I fucking got like a shitty ass score. And the previous ones I got at least 100. And that fucking sucked ass. Nice, we got money. So, in Borderlands 2, there was a quest where Handsome Jack told you that if you go and kill yourself, he'd pay you a lot of iridium and money. And if you fucking go in the game and actually kill yourself, he will pay you a lot of iridium, and I think actually it's worth killing yourself in the game.
Oh, wait. No, it's not. Oh,
Just to gain... This one's kind of cute, I guess. Just to gain all the iridium he would pay you for killing yourself. And I actually believe it's... Alright, I'm gonna do one more level, because this episode's really short. I believe it's actually worth killing yourself. In the game, of course. In real life, well, it depends, actually. Whatever. And... I thought it was in the future chapter. There was another David Bowie song in this game, except that one didn't have lyrics and was more of a remix. So it's kind of like a meta type of quest where it doesn't really break the fourth wall all that much. Well, I guess it kind of does, because you don't technically kill yourself and the new use stations are not canon in this universe. They're just a gameplay mechanic. So you couldn't really... Oh shit. So you couldn't really kill yourself and get paid, of course. You'd fucking be dead. You wouldn't respawn. Those shields are canon in this universe, and Roland still got one-shotted by Jack. But there are guns that can fucking bypass shields in this universe as well, so... You could probably explain it that way. Or lazy writing, you know. Whatever. Roland needed to die. Oh no. Another one of these. I love how if you don't progress through the level, oh, come on. Fucked it up. Shit. Yeah, so it's kind of like a meta quest, and I had an idea for another kind of meta quest. And one of the DLCs to Borderlands 2, I guess I'm not done talking about the second one yet. There was a quest where you need to kill a robot that's in love with another robot, and the robot begs you not to do it. But, and you comment, you have to fucking comment that, well, it's a quest I've been given, and I have to finish it. And then the robot comments on, well, you could just simply not finish the quest, you could just leave it hanging in your quest log. It's not that big of a deal, is it? But, you know, obviously, as a player, you're not just going to fucking let a quest be unfinished. And I kind of had an idea similar to that, except... So you have this fucking villain that I came up with, right? He's, you know, in my idea, a previous protagonist. Maybe Lilith could be a fucking villain. She's already kind of a fucking villain anyway. She's a villain in my eyes. She was the villain in the pre-sequel, kind of. Technically, we were the villains, but like, fuck that, man. Its legs are made out of sausages. Kinda creeps me out. So what if, like, at some point in Borderlands 5, you get a notice board quest, and it just tells you that you need to go somewhere and do something very important. You don't know what it is, but you show up to the place, of course. It definitely would be a cool quest on the first playthrough, because in following playthroughs you could just ignore this quest and never pick it up. What is this, Patapon? I have to fucking time my shit correctly. I'm pretty good at that fucking timing in Patapon though. I keep up like a perfect fucking rhythm for a while. Sometimes even full levels. Sure, when I'll be recording it, I'll all of a sudden fuck it up because I'll have the pressure of knowing that damn people are watching. Nah, who am I kidding? Nobody will be watching. Yeah, fuck it. And that was dope. I should get a David Bowie outfit. I ran out of. Oh, I can't. It follows me. I bet you could like run out the camera and just not be on the picture. That'd be funny. So you get a notice board quest, and like a voice tells you that come to this place. It's very important. You show up and you find like a puppy, maybe like a skag puppy. Because I guess there's no dogs. Actually, no, there are dogs in Borderlands universe. We've just never seen one for some reason. But Brick had multiple dogs. When you level, that's so cool. Wonder if I ever missed something really important by fucking up a level, like a secret level not being unlocked. Hope not. And the villain just tells you to fucking kick it to death. Like, kick the shit out of this puppy, I'll pay you. And you're like, well, obviously I'm not gonna do it, no matter fucking what. I'm not a complete fucking deranged psychopath. And he's like, okay, well, alright. Well, you know, we'll just leave you can just ignore the quest and keep doing your shit. But like throughout the game, he'll keep calling you to tell you that, oh, this puppy's still out there and I'm like gonna pay you even more money than before. You know? And you're like, no, fuck you, I'm not kicking a puppy to death. And he'll keep giving you like better stuff throughout the game. He'll just keep calling you and tell you like, oh, if you kick the puppy now, I'll give you like a weapon and even more money. And you're like, no amount of money or cool weapons will fucking make me kick a puppy to death. But then he'll keep going. And he'll be like, okay, I'm gonna give you like a bajillion fucking dollars and a legendary fucking gun. That's like really fucking awesome. And you're like, no matter what the fuck, I won't go and kick a puppy to death. And then he'll be like, okay, fucking quadrillion dollars and like fucking 10 legendary weapons. And then you'll be like, fuck, maybe I should go and kick that fucking puppy to death. The reward's kind of fucking dope. So like, you know, he'd just keep calling you, reminding you about a fucking puppy needed to be kicked to death. And like, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna keep ignoring him? Are you gonna just immediately do it and get some money out of it? Are you gonna keep waiting and have it reminded to you that there's a puppy that needs to be kicked to death? And at some point he'll just like max out and just like give you like a really fucking good reward. Like a lot of XP, a lot of money, some awesome guns. And then you'll be like, well, I just fucking kicked a puppy to death. And then the point of this quest is just to prove to you that, you know, you're a fucking complete mercenary and you will do anything for the right price. And you don't have a fucking moral code. Like, your moral code can be bought. Like, sure, at the beginning you said the puppy's innocent and blah, blah,
You
blah,
won't be able to
doesn't deserve
reach
to die.
Vex until you've
But
completed the path
when the
through the
price is
ocean.
right, you'd fucking kick a puppy to death. Like, in the real life case, it's just a video game. So, like, who cares if I kick the puppy to death? It's not a big deal. I've done a lot worse in video games. But it would kind of just make you think, like, man, would I fucking commit atrocities in real life if I was fucking paid $1 million to do so or some shit like that? I don't know, man. Like, where is my, like, the boundary of my morality? Where am I going to, at what point am I going to willing to just bend my own fucking morality just to suit my fucking materialistic needs? That could be a really cool fucking theme for Borderlands 5. Materialism. And how people, I don't know, don't actually want freedom, they just want comfort or something like that. Fucking, I'm getting so much ahead of myself, I'm already thinking of the plot of Borderlands 5 when the fourth one didn't even came out. And the fourth one's plot could be so fucking garbage that I wouldn't even want to fucking know what the fifth one's plot is gonna be. Because there's a movie coming out and it looks like garbage so far. You know what? This movie, here's what it's going to be like. It's like people took elements of Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2, mashed them together fucking without really much of a reason, and given it a completely different plot. In an era where video game adaptations are actually treated seriously, like the Fallout 1 and The Last of Us, this movie looks like it would have come out around the same time as Borderlands 2 and was directed by Uwe Boll, where he probably just looked at both games and he was like, oh, these characters are cool, let's make them the protagonists. The plot? Oh, fucking, no, let's take fucking, I don't know, have any of you fucking writing staff played the games? And like one of the guys like played half of the game, and he's like, I played a little bit of it, and then Uwe Boll was like, okay, then write the movie's plot, change up a bunch of shit, hire some really not fitting for the roles actors, and fucking release this shit. And it looks like a movie that should have been made 10 fucking years ago. But it's made nowadays, and it just looks really fucking sloppily, I guess, made compared to like other fucking video game adaptations that are coming out. It just looks like garbage. There's even a YAKUZA TV show, and so far it looks pretty fucking cool. You know, like, this movie I had no hope for even when it was announced. I was like, nah, it's gonna suck ass. A bunch of years back, when Borderlands 3 was, like, just came out, I was watching this guy who was, like, a pretty prominent Borderlands leaker. Not a leaker, but he was, like, talking about leaks, because I guess he had a friend on Gearbox, and he would leak him information. And he talked about the movie details, and even back then, when Borderlands 3 was new, I knew that the plot was going to feature Tiny Tina, Krieg, Lilith and Roland teaming up, and apparently Tiny Tina was gonna be the daughter of Atlas's CEO, and Krieg is gonna be her bodyguard. That was the details I knew back then, but even back then I was like, well, that fucking is completely different from the fucking game. That sucks ass. It's stupid. Yeah, but I already fucking knew that even back then. So, yeah, that sucks, and you know, it's gonna be a pile of garbage. I don't even know if my theater will play it, because how many fucking people in my town will actually actively go and watch the Borderlands movie? Maybe they'll play it for like 2 days at hours where I'll be at work, and I'll never get to fucking see it in a theater. And yeah, it sucks. I got no hope for this movie being good. The best I hope for is for this movie to at least be entertaining and not obnoxious. But from the trailers, it's already, like, the trailers alone are fucking obnoxious. The jokes, the piss wash gully joke, where Tina refuses to close the window and then screams when piss lands in her face, or the joke where Claptrap shits out a bunch of bullets and like makes some jokes about people not looking at him, but then he's like, "Oh, actually, do look at me." It's like, fuck, man. I feel like jokes nowadays that people write in like movies, TV shows, and video games are either undercooked or overcooked. There's like very rarely jokes that just land correctly. They're placed in correct moments, delivered correctly, not fucking you know, dwelled upon a little bit too long. Just delivered snappy jokes that are fucking funny. We either get jokes that are so lame that the writers themselves are completely unconfident in, and they will make a comment in the show, like, someone will make a joke, and then immediately follow the joke by saying, oh, that wasn't very funny, was it? Like, fuck you, just make the fucking lame joke and just not comment on it being lame, you fucking idiot. And then you have jokes that just fucking go on for way too long. You know? I don't fucking know, man. I often, you know, hear people commenting on, like, oh, this show is a pile of garbage, the plot is fucking bullshit. But then I'm like, well, would I be able to write a better plot? I'm not a professional writer. I never wrote anything. Would I be able to write it better? If I know that this writing is garbage, would I know how to improve it and how to fix it? How to make it better, you know? Like, maybe not. Maybe I would fucking write it even worse. How come I can call out the writing being bad, but what I could possibly make could have been even worse? You know, I don't fucking know, to be honest with you. That's a subject that I guess I could fucking talk for another half an hour about and have an hour-long fucking video where I do nothing but talk about bullshit. Oh yeah, speaking of bullshit writing, I watched Acolyte episode 3. That's the episode where everybody kind of lost their mind and started claiming Star Wars to be dead again. Again? Yeah, again. Like, when the sequels came out, Star Wars were dead. When the prequels came out, Star Wars was dead. When the Legends were decanonized, Star Wars was dead. And now with Acolytes released, Star Wars is dead yet again. But you know what? I didn't fucking hate this episode at all. People were pissed off how they supposedly rewrote what the Force is. Now it's like supposedly some kind of a thread. But like, no, that's not how I see it. I just simply see it as a different culture's interpretation of the Force. They were never told about the midi-chlorians. They don't know what the fuck midi-chlorians are. Like, the Jedi know what the Force is on like a biological level. But these people believe that the Force is an actual force, so they kind of interpret it in a different way, like a thread, you know? It makes sense to me. Also, I guess Osha and May are made from magic, from the Force, like Anakin. That's another thing, but I don't really know where that will go just yet, so I don't want to shit on it or anything like that. And then you have a team that kind of resonates with me recently, especially, and probably is the reason why I don't actually hate this episode, is that I think it's Osha, actually, who wants to be a Jedi. She doesn't want to fucking follow with what her mother told her to be. She wants to be who she wants to be. And she has this, you know, talk with her mother, and the mother is like, okay, I kind of see that you want to be your own person instead of just being your sister's fucking clone. She's not an actual clone, but, you know, they're twin sisters. And May really wants to be a witch, and she wants her sister to be a witch alongside her, but Osha's not really certain. Like, she doesn't really fucking want to be a witch, and she's kind of being made into one. And one of her mother is kind of like kind and understanding, while the other one's a Zabrak, so she's kind of a Darth Maul, and she's not as nice and understanding. She thinks that they should be witches and that fuck their feelings. And like I often talk about recently, me trying to move out of my fucking hometown, it kind of resonates with me. Like, I want to fucking leave. I don't want to be here and be a fucking soldier like everybody just kind of tells me I should be, because it's fucking easy and I'll have early retirement and a good pay. Like, fucking, that's all nice and shit, but I fucking hate this place. I don't want to be tied into this one god-awful fucking dog shit backwater fucking means nothing to me, no-name fucking town for the rest of my goddamn life. Fucking fuck my early retirement and good pay. I'll be miserable here. All of my friends moved out ages ago, and I don't even have fucking people to hang out with anymore. It fucking frustrates me, you know? That I see people doing their own thing in their 20s because they're fucking ambitious and shit, while I just fucking sit here at my god-awful fucking army job because it's fucking boring as all fuck. And it just pisses me off, you know? So it's similar to Osha. She doesn't want to be a witch. She wants to go out and be a Jedi. In my case, I don't want to be a Jedi. I don't really give a fuck what I'll do for a living when I move out. I just wanna kind of fucking start a new life. I'll figure it out as I go. I hope. Maybe I'll keep doing Let's Plays and just be a Let's Player. I don't fucking know. But yeah. It resonates with me, and that's probably the reason why I didn't hate it this episode, because I kind of felt how OSHA felt in this episode. She also lives on some no-name planet where she's part of a cult of witches, and she's made into another witch, and she doesn't really want that, just because it's kind of what her mothers want her to be. Also, a lot of people might call this fucking LGBT propaganda because OSHA and May have two mothers, but like, if you really fucking believe that in Star Wars universe there's not like gay couples having children, it's fucking, there's a bunch of aliens, the Force, a bunch of like ancient fucking cosmic deities, and what, a fucking lesbian couple having daughters is the fucking most surprising thing to you and unnatural. Like, get the fuck out of here. I didn't really hear anybody complain about it, but I'm sure there were people complaining about it, because there's always people complaining about LGBT type of shit. And I do admit that sometimes when it's shoved down your throat and kind of like a character who's LGBT shows up, and the only fucking notable thing about them is that they're gay or something. They have no other character other than being gay. Then I admit that they are fucking garbage characters and they shouldn't even fucking be here. But you can fucking handle LGBTQ characters really well. I was shitting on Borderlands' writing like a couple of minutes ago, but I think Borderlands is a prime example of how to handle LGBT characters really fucking well. Because Borderlands featured gay characters. I'm not sure if the first Borderlands had a gay character, but I can't really think of one. But Borderlands 2 had gay characters in it, like Sir Hammerlock. And you know what? How the game handles it? They just simply have him be gay. They don't make a big deal out of it. He doesn't talk about like, oh, I don't know. He doesn't talk about him being gay. He just is. But that's not his fucking whole character. He's like a old school type gentleman cyborg who's a big hunter, and he's gay. But that's like an additional thing to him. That's not his main thing. So yeah, I think Borderlands. Not to mention, I think Borderlands the pre-sequel is the first game in history that allowed you to play as a lesbian. I think. I might be wrong about that, but I don't know. It's Athena. She's a lesbian. So yeah, very progressive, and they handle it good, actually. There's not a single LGBT character in this series that I think is handled really badly. Unless they fuck up Lorelai's character, because when Lorelai showed up in Borderlands 3, I thought she was annoying and kind of stupid. I hated her accent. But then, in Wonderlands, which is the spin-off, Lorelai somewhat makes an appearance, or at least her D&D character makes an appearance, and the D&D character she plays is a guy. So you might already think like, well, why did Lorelai, a girl, make her D&D character a guy? That's a bit weird, isn't it? But then she actually makes a cameo in New Tales of the Borderlands. That game's fucking dog shit, by the way. It shouldn't be canon, it's so fucking bad. And Lorelai shows up and she's a man. So she transitioned. She's a trans character now. And I really hope they don't make a big deal out of her being trans. I just hope they include her, him, whatever. They just include them in the game and just have them be the character that they are, not fucking make a big deal out of it. Because if fucking LGBT characters, or at least people, I don't fucking know actually what I want to say just now, want to be accepted into society, I guess, they shouldn't make themselves out to be special. They should actually make themselves out to be just as normal as everybody else. But no, they want to be treated special, and I think actually all these like LGBT activists that you see, for example, the opening of the Olympics recently with a bunch of fucking drag queens and fuckers like that. Now that's fucking annoying. You know, standing out there fucking parroting The Last Supper, being fucking obnoxious and stupid. Like, fuck off. That's so fucking lame. Anyway, I should start a fucking podcast instead of fucking wasting time in my episodes ranting about God knows what. I'll stop now. See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.